Hello there. Welcome, everyone. Hold on. Let me adjust the mic, adjust my seat, adjust the music, adjust everything. Dude, someone is going crazy on the saxophone. You missed it. Hold on. Let me go back. Hold on. Listen to this. It's fucking insane. I don't know how people do that. Must take a lot of practice. Okay, this mic stand is pissing me off for the billionth time. Okay. Hello. Oh my god, my hair. It's been a long day. I went for a walk, I did some cooking, so I am very tired. Trying to see if I'm centered. There we go. Oops. And then, of course, the camera. Put it back where it was. Okay. Welcome, everyone. We are doing more game dev again, as usual. We're trying to do these every other Wednesday, but we might do every Wednesday starting next week. We'll see. If I get to the point where like we're so close to getting this done, then I think moving things over to every Wednesday, or doing these every Wednesday will probably be necessary, but we'll see. Okay, so we've got the document here. I've got to check a couple things here. So I did all the notes for these already. I placed all the notes. They are in their place. They have been set. They are interactable. Okay. Okay, that note has not been placed. We need a gate of sorts for the island. Okay, I'm trying to think. What else has been completed out of this list? We did the resource nodes. We're gonna have to do... oh boy. Okay. I think maybe let's continue... let's do the pre-placed spawn points first for the houses. Because we got... oh god, we have so much to do. Dear god. And I don't know if some of this might be done, some might not be. Dialogue trigger is done. I did finish that today. Oof. Can be triggered once or multiple times. Yes, 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 yes. Welcome, Daniel. How are you doing? Oh, that's something we need to do. Okay. Okay. Mm-hmm. Overhaul pre-placed spawn points to work under one blueprint. Oh, why is this under story vessels? Am I hitting the wrong button? There. I have a bandage on because I cut myself earlier. Okay. Technically not story vessels. Okay. I did do the overhaul. So we have when we place the spawn point container, pre-placed, natural, special, and hidden. Slash natural. Okay. Yeah, random chance for those. Special spawn points always spawn hidden, always spawn, but they are invisible, of course. Okay. So, we'll just change this to spawn points. This is all done. We know that this, like, puzzle system is working, as far as I can tell. I may have to write some documentation for how the puzzles work. It's so weird, because I made them, but it's been, like, 8 months since I made it, or more than that, I don't remember. And I get confused for what the hell I even did. So those are done, but I'm not going to mark it off yet. I need to actually place the puzzles in the world. The puzzle components. Okay. Hello, Thorgrim, welcome. How are you doing? Thank you for joining. We game deving? Yes, we are. We're game deving. Okay, let's do pre-place spawn points. But besides that, let's introduce. God, my brain is fried. You know what I didn't do? I'm taking my flipping medicine. It's downstairs. You know what? At this point, I'm not taking it. It's fine. I'll take it tomorrow. What was I doing? Opening the village. Yeah, let's work on the pre-placed spawn points, which are like spawn points that have a chance of spawning items. We know it's working. Excuse me while I finish my edamame. I don't like eating on stream. It's weird. Sometimes I have to. Okay. Let me put my character backwards, should be. Oh, let's do this real quick while I remember. Missing assets. We are missing a few things. Gate and wall for the island and the 4th house. We are missing chain link fence for the whole village. Or some kind of fence or wall, or I don't know. Do you like the Anna tournament? I loved your picks. Thank you, appreciate it. Just sent them over to the judges. Oh, awesome. That's good to know. I enjoyed it. It was very fun, and it definitely makes me want to do more of those challenges, those tournaments. It was very fun, and and because of that, I want to do another vegan challenge myself, because I did one like 2 years ago, I think, something like that. A lot stricter than the Anna the Vegan one. I want to try it again on my own end, like my version of it, essentially. And I don't know, I'll see if there's something else I want to add to it, like a specific goal in mind. But yeah, that was very fun. I am missing. I'm missing something else. Hello, Kirk. How are you doing? Oh, I'm missing a bunch of assets of a specific type. I don't want to spoil it, so decorations to fit the theme. Alright. Yeah. Okay. So we're here in the village. Let's work on house number 1. Remember, everything that I do to this world space, this level, everything I add to each of these buildings is reflective of the family that lived here. Everything from mismatching curtains to the lack of furniture to the amount of food containers, bags, etc. It all is there to reflect the economic state of that family. So this is one of the poorer families. As you can see, they don't have a lot going on here. They have very few containers for you to loot through. Very little extra furniture. Very little food, at least remnants of food in the kitchen area. So let's work on pre-placed spawn points. So let me look at that real quick. I'm trying to debate like what percentage I want these pre-placed spawn points to. What am I doing here? To actually give you an item. So let's look at the container real quick. What was the percentage on this? Oh. Right. So I did a little overhaul on the container that I haven't finished. The reason why is because I want to mimic what the Long Dark does. When you search a container, there's a little, you know, a little bit of time you gotta wait while you're searching. And then it shows you the item in front of you as if you picked up the item, but I don't want it to actually add it to your inventory. I want to add it to your HUD to show you the item that you found. And then if you pick it up, it adds it to your inventory, obviously. There are certain items that if you pick up and add to your inventory, it will trigger a debuff or will affect your sanity. So that's why I want there to be an option to show the player what they found before they actually take it. And if they don't want it, they can drop it and it spawns it on the floor. I don't know how far I got with that, so let's see if we can fix that today. We'll do pre-placed spawn points first. So the spawner is what dictates the spawn chance. 75%. Okay. Okay. Pre-play spawn chance 60%, natural 75. Okay, I think that's fine. Let's make the containers also do 60%. Okay. Maybe I'll do a similar overhaul here where I don't do the spawn chance from the spawner. I do it in the container. Yeah, something like that. Okay. Well, I'm still need to finish that spawner overhaul. The container overhaul. Okay. So we know this is 60% chance for pre-placed spawn points. These are like the random items you'll find in the game. So vessels, item spawn point. Let's put one here. So pre-placed. We don't add anything extra, and that's it. We just place it on the ground or on the floor and whatever. And that's it. Let's add another one. We're gonna add a bunch everywhere. I kind of like the idea of there being one in here. But here's the thing. It could be like something that's bigger than the container, so we gotta be careful. Maybe I'll have to have a setting for like smaller items. Pre-placed spawn point, but it's smaller items. So we'll see what happens there, but it's possible to spawn something bigger than what will actually fit in there. We'll see. And then I need to, okay, we need to slow this down. You're doing a strict Anna run? Ooh. Does that mean like you're proper vegan? Like you can't even eat honey? You can't use... In my run, I went to the point where I couldn't use honey. I couldn't... Or eat honey. Anything with honey in it. Couldn't use leather or wool or fleece. That's how strict my run was. So this spawn chance is 60%. I think for this building, I kind of want there to be like if I put 10 spawn points, odds are it'll spawn 10 or 6 items at a 60% chance. I think that might be too much for this one building. Let's put one here. Okay, that's 3. Put one there on the ground. 4. Okay, we'll put one over here in this basket. 5. 6. Oh yeah, I think this building's like tilted. Like the floor. I think so. So 6 item spawn points here. We have some containers as well. I'll throw one out here as well. I kind of like the idea of putting one here. And putting one right here. Alongside the trash. Alright. That covers house 1. Oh. Shh. Sneaky, sneaky. Right. I think I intentionally set these doors to non-interactable for a reason. Because my current door blueprint does not account for the fact that one side cannot... The door can't go forward from this direction. Meaning it would clip through the portal, the what's it called? The outhouse. It would like literally clip through the building. We don't want that. Okay, house number 2. This family is, or house, I guess, household, is much richer. See, I like the like trash can, the area with an obvious trash can or garbage bags. We'll put an item spawn like right next to that stuff. We'll put one here. Right, we gotta change it to pre-placed every time. We gotta make sure. Shit. Hopefully that'll let me switch this. Replace with... Fuck me. No fires because of toilet water only challenge. See that? I don't know how long you'll be able to last. We need the outhouse door. That's hilarious. I'm assuming you also finished your Anna the Vegan challenge, Kirk? I think so. Alright. I don't have God. Shouldn't talk with a mouthful. Oh, wait, this door is bigger. Oh. Oh, shit. Oh, this door is not the right one. Uh-oh. This might be a different outhouse model. those look identical. I don't think that's it. Huh. That's so weird. It's scaled to 1, so like why is this bigger than it should be? Is that how all the other outhouses are? Hold on. This one, outhouse 1. This one, outhouse 1A. Oh, it is different. This one's from the Old West. Yeah, the Old West pack. This is the wrong door model. Or, yeah, this is the right one. Or do I just use the... Oh, you know what? Actually, hold on. No. No, sorry, not that. Outhouse. Since this is a richer family. Oh, right. It's even got the snow on it. I don't like that. Well, we're gonna have the door open. Okay. So then replace with the outhouse with the correct one. And now the door is not in the right spot. Great. Love that. Let's try to line this up. Is that how the hinges are? What I don't like about some of these assets with the doors, they don't line up. The hinges are like not, or I guess the asset is like not rotated correctly. It's like you can see there, the hinges meet, or well, they're close to meeting. But then you get up here. Actually, maybe not. Maybe this is fine. Yeah, this is fine. Maybe it was a different door. Oh no, yeah, see, this doesn't match. See? It's like misaligned. But down here... Oh, hold on. No, they're both misaligned. Ah, there we go. I'm just gonna shut up because apparently I was wrong. Maybe it was a mismatching asset. I don't know. Anyways, back to what we were doing. Okay. So this household's a lot richer. They have more stuff. Someone put spawn points all over the place. Ooh, you know what? Let's put 2 of them in here. Let's put some here. My worry is that the camera won't be able to reach. Not the camera. The interaction. What's it called? Capsule won't be able to reach that, but I think it should. Oh, this coffee cup can't be here. There's a reason for that. this building will have a lot more of these spawn points. Let's put one in here. Alright, I think that's good for this area. Inside, I'll put a couple up here. Oops. Oh god. Oh no, I bumped it. Oh no, I ruined it. Oh, it's over. No, we're good. Okay. Ooh, okay, so yeah, I think I changed it so that I have a interaction hierarchy in the game. So the puzzles could sit on top of a dresser like this, or a cabinet, I guess, whatever. So I could put a puzzle component here and it would prioritize the puzzle over the container under it. I set it so that items now have the highest priority. So notes, other items, etc., will always be prioritized first for interaction. Because sometimes I want to place them on a container like this. See, so I want to prioritize the item over the container, because it might interact with the container first, because the collision's a lot bigger. All right. But yeah, that was a small little change I made. Fortunately, the code is already in the game to support the change. Alright. This might be overkill, but I think we're set. This building house 2 is done. Got plenty of loot. House. Let's do garages. I'll throw one here. Next to all this garbage. Put this one here on this box. Yeah, we're gonna be able to go in here. Okay, so we'll throw one in here. And once I place them all, I'll test the spawn points to see if they're actually working. They should be. I see you guys are just chatting to each other about the challenge. Castle's here, welcome. A lot of jazzy songs that are playing today. This playlist is pretty wild, the Twitch one. Alright. And then we'll get one out here, another one out here, I think. Right here. Next to all the trash. And then we have the secondary garage here. Put one here. We'll put one here. Oops. We'll put one here. And then put one more here. Okay. I think that's pretty solid. We might honestly be adding not enough spawn points for items. Let me see if I can throw one out here. Another one. You know what? Put another one right here. There we go. Oh. Yeah, we'll put one like right here in the tire. Oh, this is like clipping through the floor. I raise it up each time I place one because I don't want the acid to be clipping the floor. So I'm like carefully placing it slightly above the ground, not too much. It'd be cool, you know, yeah, I kind of like the idea of there being like item spawns out here. This family is pretty well off compared to the rest of the village. But they're not quite rich because it's a bigger family. So, you know, they had more expenses, obviously. So they do have the furniture, they do have the containers, the matching curtains and all that. Plenty of food. It looks like they lived pretty well, but again, it was 5 people living here. Versus some of the other households were 2 or 3 people. But they're not quite the richest family around. Not, definitely not. Okay, we'll throw one here. Did I make that one pre-placed? Yeah. Throw a couple in here. I'll throw another one. See, here's the problem with this. If the item is too big, it might clip into things here. I'll be careful. Okay. Nope. There we go. I'll throw one here with the garbage. Looking forward to seeing this for sale and giving it a try. Thank you, Kirk. I appreciate it. I think once we get closer to early access, I'll probably do some key giveaways for sure. I'll put one here as well. You guys watching the streams are definitely getting some spoilers for the game. I'm trying to avoid spoilers as much as possible. But you will know where spawn points are, stuff like that. The rough layouts of the village ahead of time. Etc, etc. Anything out here? Let me throw something here. Hopefully that doesn't clip through the wood. I'm just trying to think, like... Most of the items are pretty small, but there's a couple that are a little bit bigger. These spawn points don't really, you know... At the moment, it's using the universal spawner data table. But, yeah, there may end up being, like, an item that's just a little too big for, like, a spot like this. Like, say, if it's the long dark... yeah, if it's a jerry can, it has to be rotated a certain way. It can't be... The jerry can can't be placed here if it's a certain rotation. I think what we'll do is... I'm debating on how I do a demo, because I'm releasing this in early access because I need money, and then I have my roadmap for early access, and obviously that'll also include bug fixing and all that and balances. But the early access is only one version of this level, this world space, of 3. And then by the time we get to 1.0, I want all 3 of those world space levels, essentially difficulty levels, released. Each one is a little different. The world is different each time, or each difficulty. So I don't know how we're gonna do a demo. I'm thinking maybe the demo is you play the level once and it does not keep progress. Well, maybe it'll let you play twice or 3 times through the level. Maybe not 3 times. I'm thinking of the possibility of maybe someone can get this done in one sitting, one play session, but I don't think that's going to be the case. But I'll think of how we'll do a demo, for sure. It's going to be, you know, it's got to be very limited because the early access is at the plan right now at the moment is planned to be limited in terms of how much level there is to play. So the demo would allow for testing, essentially. I'm gonna make sure these are all pre-placed. Okay. Oh yeah, this is something that's bothered me for a while. These chairs. They're all like perfectly rotated. That doesn't make sense. Let's just throw this one over to the side even. And actually that does block the way through here, so that's fine. Creates an obstacle. Yeah, and the table, again, everything's perfectly rotated. We don't want everything to be perfect. I might even throw the furniture askew a little bit, the beds and the containers and all that. There we go, put an item here. We're getting pretty close though to early access. I think the goal is to be get to the point where we can start making builds in July, so that we can hopefully fix any glaring issues that Steam might pick up, and try to get this out before October, before Halloween. Maybe September. I think September might be a better place to, or better time to release this, because there's gonna be a lot of spooky games coming out in October, and then there's gonna be a lot of competition as well for like older games. Like Phasmophobia is one game that I can think of that people probably play a lot of during Halloween. But it's still a popular game. Horror games in general, Resident Evil, Silent Hill, Alien Isolation, those bigger horror games are gonna probably you know, be more popular during Halloween. So I think maybe September would be a better release date for this, or release month. So we got to be done by July. We got to start making builds of the game by July, submit it to Steam, and then start the marketing cycle as soon as we get that thumbs up from Steam. And then if it gets approved in July, that's great. I can start the marketing right away. Then I can start working on a day 1 patch, because it's probably gonna need one. It probably will. I think we'll throw the demo out as soon as possible. As soon as I get the thumbs up from Steam, I'll throw up a demo. Let you guys play test it. Let me know what bugs need to be fixed, what things need to be balanced, and then the day 1 patch will account for all that. If I'm not throwing too many spawn points here. It's only, again, it's a 60% chance that it'll spawn something. This is one of those houses with more, the family was better off living, you know, better off than most of the village. I think this is good for this one. Okay, house 8 is done. So are we gonna? Oh my gonna use House 7 or something. I'm looking. Yeah, and then I can throw it for sale during the holidays, of course. Yeah, it'll be only on Steam, I think, for now. Honestly, it's probably the best platform for indies. I have zero plans for console, and I don't see a reason to release on Epic, but honestly. Unless if the game were good enough and Epic reached out and they wanted to give away my game for free, like they do some weekly, they have the weekly free game, that would make me instantly drop everything and start working on an Epic version of the game. But right now it's only Steam, only PC at the moment, and that's about it. Because I can't imagine this getting enough Steam, pun not intended, to actually warrant a console build of any kind. I think I was using House 7 for something. Oh, it might be a puzzle. I don't want to show the document on screen because I don't want to spoil the puzzle. Yes, I am. Okay. So we need to make House 7 accessible when it's currently not. So there was a problem with House 6. You can't even get to it. There's no door to it. So I think what I'm going to do is make a way to House 6 through House 8's door. And then you get through here, I guess. I might just knock over one of this fence pieces. That's how you get to House 6. And then I still want to put a door over here. I still want to put a door here. I think what I'll do is I'll make the door locked and the key is inside the house. So you have to go all the way around. Through door 8. House 8. But how do we make House 7 accessible? Okay. There we go. I kind of like the idea of having it like this. Can I walk through this? Hold on. I might make a crouch mechanic just so that we can use... No, we can't. I might make a crouch mechanic specifically for this case right here. Let's fix this though. Oh, right, idiot. Oh no! I fucked up. I keep forgetting to hit play from here. What's up with this doorway? Is it the staircase, maybe? Huh. I can't tell what the problem is here. Okay, let's just rotate it the normal way. Christ almighty. Even still, I can't get through. Oh. Side doorway. Okay, log house 01, long side doorway 3. Ooh, this might be a unique asset. This collision might be going through the wall. Because I don't see another version of this anywhere in the level. Actually. Let's take this and search. but yeah, it's 2, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, this is a unique asset. I think the collision for this is not correct. How do we see the collision again? Visibility collision. No. Player collision. Ah, yep, there it is. Yep. Ooh, how do I edit that? I don't know how to edit that. Oh, fun. Might have to search this. And I don't like searching how to do certain things and oh shoot. I fucked this up, didn't I don't like having to search things, how to do certain things in Unreal during streams. How to edit static mesh player collision. There's a video. Alright, I'll bite. We'll watch the video. I won't listen to it though.
Auto show savings are at...
Thanks for blasting my ear. Appreciate that. Can I please mute you? Christ almighty. Yeah, this video won't help. I'm assuming this collision is something that was here when the asset was made. I don't know how to update this, so maybe we can't use House 7. Actually, that's a lie. Maybe we can. Alright, take me to where that asset is. Doorway 3. Doorway 2. They are identical. Okay. Okay, so put doorway 2 down. Delete it. Replace this with doorway 2. They look very similar. But they are the same layout. There we go. Problem solved? Question mark? There we go. Yep, problem solved. Okay. Why are we missing a floor here? Well, that's a great solution to a problem that I did not want to fix live. Yeah, we're just gonna leave that asset as is. Floor. Oh boy. We are gonna take this material though, and we are gonna make it dirty or washed out, I guess. Let's edit the terrain here a bit. Actually, no. Sorry. We need to raise it anyways. Okay, I think that's good. And we can leave, right? Yeah, it's a little bump on the ground there that we gotta pass through. Okay. There is a hole there. Okay. Take us to your asset. Take us to your material. Oh shoot, actually we still need that. Asset. We're gonna make a instance underscore what do you call it when like, oh, faded, there we go. Faded. Like when paint, you know, has aged clearly. It has faded with time. Weathered, whatever you want to call it. So the color we are going to... Ooh. Yeah, there we go. Yes, there we go. Let's see if that looks good. I press play and I'm nowhere near it. Fuck me. Hello? Oh, what happened there? All of a sudden I can't walk up the stairs. I think I gotta fix the terrain. Okay, yeah. I gotta add a little more terrain there. Oh, or lower the damn house. That's an option. Yeah, that doesn't look good. Oh, it lost the original color. Fuck. Close that video. That's better. Let's remove some of the color. Yeah, that looks good. Okay. Lower the damn building. Oh, these are all separated. Fuck. Okay, no, we're just gonna update the terrain. Landscape. Sculpt. Okay. How do we remove? There we go. Just a little bit. That's all we need. Just a little bit of extra terrain there. Excellent. No issues getting in or out. Okay, I fucked up though. I wanted the I wanted these. I kind of want to make a crouch mechanic, which should be relatively simple. I just need to find an animation for it. I will need to update the collision too. Shit. Well, I'll leave these here, and when I get to it, I'll get to it. Or is there even a point? Like, what's the point of me adding crouch? Now that I think about it, what is the point of that? This isn't a survival game. I mean, it is a... Now that I think about it, I didn't actually say what the fuck this game is. I like to do that every beginning of each stream. But it is an exploration game, so maybe crouching is a helpful mechanic here, you know, to spice things up a bit. But yeah, let me explain what Vessels is for anyone that is watching this and they haven't watched the previous 30-something of these streams. Vessels is basically a treasure hunting game taking place in a world where spiritual energy flows freely and hold on, let me change that. And oh shoot. What was I saying? And wherever the energy concentrates usually happens in places where certain types of tragedies occurred. Oh, these are like not even touching. And when that energy concentrates, it forms special artifacts called vessels, and your job is to essentially look for those. And while you are looking for them, you will uncover the the information behind the location, essentially the story that has been lost to time. You will uncover the secrets of this specific place, and learn about the characters and the dark history that happened. Each location will be like that. They'll have their own set of characters, hidden story that has been, kept secret or just lost to time or whatever. And you're doing it by, exploring, collecting the various vessels. You can also find special treasures as well, notes and artifacts, and there'll be a couple of spectral phenomenon, I guess. I don't want to go for straight horror for this. I don't want like actual ghosts walking around, but we've got the anomalies, and the anomalous sparks is just like the beginning of what I want to do. And then we're gonna have a sanity system as well that will be used to help it's supposed to be your core what do we call it, our core health, I guess. It's kind of like your health, but it's like the core driver for you to get the job done quickly, because at each of these locations your sanity is going to be going down slowly over time. It's kind of like a timer, but it's your health, and the more you interact with the vessels and the anomalies, the faster your sanity drops. So you're pressured to do things quickly in order to get through the story of these locations and collect as much loot as you can. Okay, so now we can go in there, although we're gonna keep it blocked for now. I think we're gonna add the crouch. I think it'll be a good idea. Okay, we do need the what's it called? The power switch here as well, but I'll add that later. So, let's this is grouped up. Oh, I see. On group. Here, I thought this was a vampire horror game. No, Kirk, you are mistaken. Alright, so that's our path through. Actually, let's not delete it. Let's have it fallen over. Ooh, what if we made this a ramp? Make this a ramp that the player needs to walk over. And it's a point of no return of sorts. But don't worry, I'll make sure that there's a way out, obviously. We don't want this to be like you're boned. Actually, I think I will be making an option so that you can leave whenever you want from wherever you are in the location or in the world. Sort of as like a backup. Like, say you're stuck. Well, I need to leave, so get me out of here. That sort of thing. See, I don't like this because it's clipping through the goddamn building. How did that happen? There we go. Alright, what's the angle of which we can actually, like, walk on stuff? Okay. Yeah, point of no return, we can't get past this. Although... See, that... No, it's fine, it's fine. Like, logically, you would look at that and think, oh, I could totally climb that if I could jump. I don't want to jump in this. I'll move this here so it's in the way. There, now you can't get through that little spot. Even if, you know, it's blocking the logical, you know, that looks like I can climb it spot. Now you can't because there's a rock in the way. Haha. Stupid gamer. I got you good before you could get me. No, I'm kidding. But yeah, look. Okay, that's great. And then I'll make a hole here. Well, not necessarily a hole. The fence will be down somewhere. Somewhere. This one. It will have fallen over. What the hell? Is this thing floating? Oh, it is. Right. How is it? Whatever. I'm not going to question it. Yeah, half of these are fucking floating. Who made this acid pack and what the hell? Make me second guess my use or God, English. Question my use of this pack for the game. There. These are all fucking float. This is not even complete. Whatever. Let's fix this. God, because I could already see it in the day 1 patch already. Half the fucking fences are floating. Fix it. Alright, I'll fucking fix it. There. This is like me playing Fallout 4 in settlement mode, trying to make a fence line up perfectly. And there's like an atom-sized piece of geometry in the way. And I just want to die and never play the game again. And then these are like clipping through the floor. Like, what the hell is happening here? Like, I get it. Snowed a lot. Great. But like, am I going to be using a weather effect for this? No. It's not going to be snowing. It's going to be foggy. Oh, you want something to hold this up? I mean, it could be a rock. It could literally just be this rock. Alright. Yeah, hopefully no one complains about the lack of jumping, because then they could just literally jump through that. We're not doing that, though. Yeah, there we go. Looks better. Now I kind of want to move the porta potty over. Porta potty, outhouse. You know what I mean. The outhouse was here. It is weird that it's like partially sunk through. Like, I don't know if that makes sense. Here, we'll move this one here as well. Oh, right. If I rotate it, I gotta rotate the actual mesh. So like sunk through and got held up by the rock a little bit. There we go. Oh God. Okay, hold on. Can't have that. Good thing I checked. Okay, rock's not clipping through anything. Yes, we do no jumping. Yeah, there's no jumping in this. Sorry. I think I need to find a new sound for that. That's a bit violent. Holy shit. Oh, dude. I was actually thinking, considering maybe going and finding my own assets. Or finding my own assets. Making my own assets for sounds. The one thing that I can think of is finding a pile of like gravel or something and just taking a shovel and digging through it a little bit and record that with my phone. But like, I live in a moderately sized city. There's gonna be so much noise in the background. It's just not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. Okay, let's get back to the spawn points now that we fucked around for a bit. I think we'll have a couple in here, but not a lot. Put one here. Okay. So we got this shed as well. Jesus Christ. I need to put a floor in here. Or at the very least get rid of the frickin' grass. At some point. Okay. Oh, let me make sure I toggle the rotation again. Okay, and then there's this shed. Oops. Can't put that in the level. Silly. That's not a blueprint. It's not an actor. Okay, I think that's good. You know me. There's always got to be spawn points in the outhouse. Each of the outhouses will have at least one spawn point. I just have to. Oh yeah, that now makes me wonder, is this the right outhouse? Yes, it's got the snow on it. Yeah. Because I apparently have two outhouses. There's one from the Western pack. All of these buildings had outhouses. And I added 2 extra buildings, so I needed to make sure they had outhouses as well. Mods make a jump mechanic. Oh god. The outhouse is suffering from a Taco Bell blowout. No, Kirk. Oh god. Oh yeah, I forgot. Can't forget the storage sheds. Gotta add spawn points in here too. Can't forget this outhouse. Taco Bell blowout. Jesus Christ. I wish I could unread that. Oh, dear God. And you know, now that I think about it, some of these items that are going to be spawning randomly, the outdoor spawn points, will not make sense. But you know what? We're just going to use my favorite explanation of all time for why sometimes things don't make sense in video games, and that is because game. There could be a chocolate bar just sitting there outside in the cold weather, and it makes no sense, but you know what? Who cares? Because game. My biggest gripe with gaming is like when it comes to because game is like when you play certain games where the core mechanics don't make sense. Like, for example, biggest example probably, Resident Evil, the puzzles. Who took the time to make all these puzzles inside this massive mansion? It doesn't make sense. They're just there for fun gameplay. Because game. We need something here in order to make the game fun. So let's just make these convoluted puzzles that A, shouldn't be here, and B, don't make sense. But you know what? It doesn't matter. It's for the story. Okay, so we did these over here. Did that one. And then we got this one. So we're gonna also because game my game. Naturally. There's gonna be puzzles in this too. It's not gonna make sense. But who cares? Oops. Oh, and I have all these goddamn spawn points. These are the pre-placed ones. I still need to do the natural spawn points. So those are like around this rock. There's also going to be spawn points for small pieces of rock as well, and it's random chance. Over by the lake, there's going to be, or by these trees maybe, there's going to be chance of spawning mushrooms or maybe herbs by the lake, something like that. I got to add those too. Oh, those are going to be fun. They're going to be different though for sure. Yeah, like the tree under the trees will be like mushrooms and wood spawns. By the rocks and gravel, there'll be like additional rock spawns. I think we'll do the herbs around the lake. Maybe there'll be some in like random corners around houses and stuff like that. Something like that. But we still got to do the naturally occurring spawn points. Fun. On a bun. Got a lot of work to do here in order to make the level actually, you know, complete. Gameplay-wise, we are more or less done. Okay, we're not touching that house. We're not touching this house at all. Okay, last actual house we're going to be using here. Ooh, I like the idea of a spawn point being... Excuse me? Right here. Okay, so this household is, yeah, it's one of the poorer ones. Yes. Okay, so we gotta be careful here. Let's put one here with the trash. Ooh, let's put a sneaky one down here. Yeah, that would be covered slightly, but... Or behind it, actually behind it. Shh. Okay. Oh, how many did I put over here? Let's get rid of this one, because we're probably going to put some wood spawn points around these wood piles. Because again, this is a poorer household. Let's make sure there's fewer spawn points here. Okay. Oh, that soap barely rendered. What the fuck? Yes, that's soap. The material barely rendered on that. Ah, here we go. Let's fix this. Spawn points. We'll put one more somewhere. I think I'll throw them in here. Put one up here. Ooh, extra shelves. You know what? I'll be generous here. I'll put 2 of them. And then we'll throw one over here. Okay, I think that's good because we have 3 in here, right? Not counting that one. I won't say what that is. Yeah, 3 in here, 4, 5 in here. That's good. Yeah. Okay. We're good. Okay. We'll toss a couple extras here and there. I know it doesn't make sense, but like, who cares? Again, because game. Some of these items are gonna be here, and it's not gonna make sense. That's fine. Because game. I don't know if I want to put anything on next to the bulletin board though. The bulletin board is important though. That's where you start the story. It's the first few notes you'll find. Okay, we'll throw some around here. So there's actually a second kiosk here, but I don't know if I want to use it. It's just I've just put it under the level for now. I think we'll just leave it there for now. I'll put a couple here. Put one here. We will be using the kiosk eventually. This one will be used for the final difficulty level. It'll have some story significance. Okay. We can toss some here. I know we're technically not using this house, but we can toss some here in front. I do need to decorate the front of this house to make it look like, you know, there's people living here. It's rather barren. Although some of their stuff could, well, actually, oh yeah, they do have access to the backyard. So a lot of the decorative stuff that I would put in front of the other houses will, like this stuff, all these decorations and clutter, I'll put it in the back. But I do need to do something. I need to add a little extra here. Okay, house 3. This is house 3. Yeah, we'll put some here. Nothing too major though. This house, I believe, I did start working on it, but we don't even need it for this difficulty level. Oh, I guess I started work. Oh, that's fine. We're not going inside this building yet. Yeah, I already started working on those apparently. I totally forgot. But we're not going in those houses at all. Not for this difficulty. We'll be going inside those houses during the midnight difficulty update. I love the difficulty settings for the game because they're based on the different times of night. So easy. It's not really easy. It's just like difficulty 1 is called dusk. Difficulty 2 is called midnight, and difficulty 3 is the witching hour. I love that. It's basically the progression of the time of the night essentially. Okay, we'll add that there. So this one is dusk. We'll visit house 3 and 5 in midnight, and house 4 will be the focus in witching hour. Can I fit through here? Or is my dumper too big? It fits, but just there's not much wiggle room. There we go. Shall put up here. Okay, we got a couple here. It's so funny when I definitely need to put a gate here. This is so ridiculous. How are you gonna go all the way around just to get to the front door of this house? The way that this village level was made by the creator, the acid creator, it's questionable. Some of the decisions were questionable. This house didn't even have a stair step up to the door. Like, what the fuck? How does that make sense? Okay. Any other like areas? Maybe house 4 is gonna be over here, but we are gonna be blocking that off. Basically, I need like a giant like stone wall here, and then a gate, and then there's gonna be so much fog back there you can't even see the house. This house of it that will be here, house 4, will be much bigger. It'll not resemble the rest for sure. It's gotta be more fancier. There we go. That's a better term. And I think I have. Hold on. What am I looking for? That's the wrong one. Fab. Every time I look for this thing, I have a stroke. I think I have something that could work. Cabin? This looks more like a plantation house. This is the one I was thinking of. See, it won't match it quite right, I think. You can go inside and everything. Oh, technically we have some of these assets already in the game. We just don't have the main cabin. Oops. But yeah, see, like this is what I'm thinking of. But I don't think the style quite matches what we have already with the village. This might be too much. That's a little more rundown than... It is modular, though. Oh. I was thinking of doing a second story to the house. Maybe not. We could use this. I mean, technically these are modular too, but I would have to build it from scratch. I don't know. There's this one. It's small. It's gonna either have to be this one, the survival cabin pack, which the size is exactly what I'm looking for, but the style, I don't know, it doesn't match. Well, see, these assets, these beds, and some of these containers, that one right there on the right, I'm using that. So maybe it will match. Maybe with the lighting and the post-processing and all that, it'll match. Let's see how long Toasty gets it. What do you mean? What's up? With the right reading material, wood could spawn in the outhouse. What? Kirk. Oh no. Okay. That's what I'm thinking of. Those are the options. Oh yeah, let me add that to the list. Well, we'll need it eventually, not right now. Okay, then forget about it. We don't need it right now. Yeah, we're gonna have just like a wall of fog there. You won't even be able to see past it. I think that's it. I think those are the pre-spawn place points. Pre-placed spawn points. I had a stroke. Okay. What was the thing we needed to work on? I think it was the world override, right? This is gonna suck. Okay, so let me explain what this is. Actually, let's test out our spawn points. There should be a spawner, right? Special spawn point spawner. Oh. Vessels, item spawner. Okay. Where's this at? Oh, okay. I'll put important things in front of the the billboard. Okay, so that's for these special. Oh, that's for special. Right. Those are for only for the special spawn points. Now we need another one for pre-placed. Oh, and then we need one for container. No wonder the containers weren't working. Okay, there we go. Container spawner. And then this is for pre-placed spawn point spawner. Man, maybe I should change how this works. That's fine. We're gonna have 4 of them total. Kirk has to go. Thank you for joining, Kirk. I appreciate it. Have a good night. Okay, so now we have that. So then container should work now. I see the issue now. One time I was trying to test them in here in this level and they weren't working, and I think I know why. Okay. So we got wood. See, that spawned. We got a rock. Okay. I don't remember all the spawn points. Okay. Okay. I need to figure out how to get the sound to fade. Oh, let's go inside. Oh, we got one of our biscuits. Oh. It spawned 2 items. Are there 2 of them there? Oh. That's not good. That's really not good. Oh, it's spawning twice. Oh. Oh, that's not good. Oh. That's really not good. Oh no. It's spawning. Let me go in a house that has more than 3 spawn points. Here, let's make this open. Because right now I can't interact with the door. I need to place the interactive override. Why are there 2 items? Okay, it spawned indigo herb, and that is correct. Test note. Okay. Oh boy. Why are you open? Oh, it's not working. Oh, I can't interact with it. Interesting. Right. I can still interact with it even if the override is not in place. Okay, we have several issues, I guess. That's a story notice spawn. Fuck. I haven't seen this yet. This is new. Okay, I don't think it's the spawner. It's got to be in the spawn point. Let's go through it very carefully. So we're setting the player reference so it knows who or what is the player. Spawn chance. Okay. And then it'll determine the spawn chance and if it contains an item or not. Set item to spawn. Pre-place spawn point. We're selecting an item from here. Getting a random item from the data table. Or, sorry, a random... We're setting the data table. We're getting... Oh, I see. We need to set the actual, like, data table into an array to get a random name. Spawn the item. That means it's happening twice, but how? Okay. Spawner. Container. Pre-placed. Special. I was thinking, are there 2 spawners for the pre-placed spawn points? No. So this has to be the spawn point. Oh god. Okay. Here's how we can figure this out. So if we get to the point where we spawn an item, print. We're gonna take this item's name, append it. That's the name, space. I guess we don't need that. Hold on. Nope. 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 Space. Spawned. Space. Actually, yeah, but that's fine. Spawned and item. That's fine. Okay. Make that red. Make that last 100 seconds. We are about to see a lot of prints. A lot. Well, we can't do much from there. Go to the output log. Oh my god. We gotta find like duplicate numbers here. I'm not seeing duplicates. Okay. Clear it. Did we get a double item here? Yes. So as you can see, we got a double item. So there has to be a duplicate number in here. What spawn point is this one? 81. Oh, no. Unless it's printing it twice. Yes, it is. Oh, it's triggering twice. Why is it triggering twice? Let's go from the very beginning. And maybe it is the spawner. We're gonna bypass that. Okay. How many times does this trigger? It should trigger at the moment 1, 2, 3 times. Okay. 3 times. Okay. Okay. So then this is gonna be interesting to fix. Because this isn't all being triggered at runtime. First it has to find the player, and then once it does, then it sets the items, the containers, and the spawn points to all have their code run. Spawn chance. So if it's below 60, it has a spawn chance. Otherwise, it's not. Let's close everything. So then we do that, and then we get through that. Let's reduce our chances here. Let's reduce it down. It's gotta be 10 or below. That way there are fewer prints. Because there's too many right now to sift through. Clear the log. Doesn't matter where we sit. That's still a lot. Okay. I have a better idea. Okay. So instead of printing each time, we're gonna have a little temporary variable here. Int. This is gonna be an integer. It's gonna start off at 0. So each time we spawn an item, we're gonna add to it and set that variable. And then we're going to print that variable with an appended message. Hold on. If the int is greater than 1, then we're going to append it, or we're going to print an appended message with the name of the spawner. Otherwise, false, it'll just go straight to spawn. So if this triggers twice, it's going to increase this value by 1 twice. So the second time it'll be 2 by the time it gets to this, so that's greater than 1. So then we want to print, I wish I didn't delete that earlier, but that's fine. Self, the name of this specific spawn point, space, spawned a second item. That will reduce the number of prints. We can't have this happen. It cannot spawn 2 items because they're going to overlap. There's nothing in the game's code that will adjust for that because that's not intended. We need to fix this. This is a major problem. Okay, so we should see significantly fewer prints. I'm going to put this back up to where it was, 60. Well, it's probably still going to be a few dozen of these. Oh, yeah. It's a lot. It's a lot. Oh, yeah. It's a lot. Okay. Okay. So we'll disconnect that for now. So that means this is being triggered multiple times. And if we go backwards, we don't have a for loop or anything here. There's no loop here. How many times is this being triggered? Ooh, hold on. We're gonna have the same print system here. False will go here. Okay. Yeah, okay. We need to go even further. Oh, that's what I meant. Yeah, that goes there. Okay. Even further. Gotta go from here. We gotta test every level, every piece of code here until we find where it stops triggering twice or spawning twice. Okay. It kept doing it. Right? Yeah. It's not every one, is it? No, it's random. And it seems to be almost all of them. I did notice that some were not spawning twice. We did notice that. Okay. Right here. Okay. Let's do it from here instead. Oh. Disconnect all this. Spawn point 1. We could do a live view of what happens here. For spawn point 1 specifically. Or 0, I guess. Alright, it might not... Oh. We won't really be able to tell if it's triggering twice. Never mind. Oh wait, hold on. Even better idea. Do the same thing here. Okay. Instead here we're gonna do equals equals 1 false true. So if it's equals to 1 at this point, it'll print up here, or it'll trigger that one. And if it's over 1, or if it's not that, then it'll trigger the one on the bottom. It'll just show that there's that the code is firing twice. It's branching here. Yeah, it's branching. So it's coming from before this, which is the spawner. Huh. But did we not see that it's not that? Oh, I understand. I understand now. It's because there's 2 spawn point spawners. There's the pre-placed one, and then the special one. Pre-placed and special. Both of those are triggering the exact same code. This whole line right here. Oh, that's why I should not have done this. Okay. Oh boy. This is a major flaw. The way I did this was not the right move. know the issue now. Okay. Okay. So a temporary fix I can do is get spawner point type equals nope, other one equals this is a really bad way of doing this, but this is a temporary fix. If it equals the spawner type that was used over here, this should fix it temporarily. I don't want this as a permanent fix. Okay. Now I understand. So now we should get 0 prints. Yep. That was the issue. Okay. Holy shit. We can delete that. We can delete this. Okay. So now if we go into any of these houses, we'll go into this one because it should have more spawn points. One item. One item. One item. Let me fix this door. So, I thought I set the door so that if I set this variable to be true, it's open already, wide open. But I guess it's not working. That's fine. Let me throw that in the document. Bug. This is the first bug I've seen in a while that I haven't fixed right away. Is door opened variable not actually opening the door? Okay. Let's see if we can do something else. We can't do the override at this point. It took me like 45 minutes to fix that bug or find the issue. Okay, but we got pre-placed spawn. Oh god. Pre-placed spawn points. Oh, what is it doing? Pre-placed spawn points are done. Fix this. Oh, for house 6, we do need to add door to the main house door. That, if that makes sense, it kind of. Basically that door that we're missing. Oh, let me add locked, and the key is in the house. Okay. Perfect. And then we can also do this. Okay. Can we maybe do sanity real quick? I have it started already. Set up at the very least. It's that value on your HUD right there. The 100 out of 100. It's already part of the HUD, so this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna go to the HUD. We're gonna open it first of all. We're gonna change your sanity. Default sanity is 1,000. And let me calculate that. Divided by 60. That's 16-ish minutes. That's good, I think. So I'm thinking every tick, which is basically not every tick, sorry, every second you are losing sanity. So with the sanity value of 1,000, that's 16 minutes of playtime, almost 17 minutes. But you will be doing things in the game that will reduce your sanity significantly, or maybe I'm thinking even the difficulty setting will affect how much sanity you lose per second. So like instead of 1 sanity per second, you lose 2 in the next difficulty, and the final difficulty you might lose like 4, something like that. Again, this is like your health system in the form of a timer to do what you need to do in the level. It is essentially the main enemy in the game. In a game where there are no actual enemies, we do need some kind of tension, some kind of thing to be fighting against. And this is like your health bar and a timer combined with an enemy, a boss of sorts. It's the tension that I feel like has been missing from the game. The thing that creates the fun, that's one of my biggest concerns up to this point, is will this be fun? Will the story be good? It needs to have a good story, a story that's engaging enough, but it also needs to have gameplay that's also fun and engaging. And the addition of this health bar timer for your sanity, I think creates a little extra tension, enough to make the game interesting enough to play. Because a lot of the fun stuff won't be around until later in early access or post-release, because it's going to be a lot of work to make it, and it's already planned for a post-early access roadmap. Default sanity. Oh yeah, and we have things that recover sanity over time. Fuck. So I will have to look at that. I will have to overhaul all of those. Okay. Default sanity max, current sanity max 1,000. Current sanity value 1,000. Okay. It should update 1,000 out of 1,000. Awesome. Okay, so we're gonna create something. Let's create a levels. Yeah. Well, it affects the player, so we'll put it in here for the player. A blueprint. Or do we make it a component and just slap it on the player? Because if I make it a component, it's a reusable piece of code. We can put in other games. Sanity handler. Okay. So get rid of this and that and that. Sanity handler. Okay. So what is this going to do? First, we need the players that need to have its reference in here. So. Oops. Please. At this point, I think we're just gonna skip a bathroom break. I don't really need to. Player friends, first person, and I don't really need a drink right now. First person character. Okay. Custom event. This will be the event that triggers everything. Initialize sanity handler. Okay. On the player, on begin play. Set starting variables. I think it's fine if it's towards the end. All this triggers in sequential order. Oh yeah, we don't need this anymore. I think. This is for when we had like an equipment system. I think that's obsolete. Yeah, I think that's very much obsolete. I don't think that matters, so let's just play and see. Well, selected equipment types. Yeah. Yeah, that seems very much like it's obsolete from what I remember. I mean, I disconnected it here, disconnected that. Yeah, that's from the old system, so that's obsolete. Same as this. So we can just disconnect all of this. We'll keep it up here. It's not a good idea to delete this stuff because you never know if you want to reference it in the future. Just throw it in a red box like that and set it to the side. Okay, and then we're gonna add sanity handler, initialize. Okay, we're gonna need the player ref. The first thing we need is the player ref immediately before we do anything else. Which for here it's self. Nope, hate that. Self should immediately. Slef. Slef! Dude, what is wrong with me? We'll just... Yes, so descriptive. Perfect. Why did this change? Why does Epic do these things? Pick a number between 1 and 2. I'm gonna ban you. 1.000000001. There you go. That's my number. What's my prize? Okay. So now that it has the player reference, it should have access to the player sanity, current sanity value. You know, another thing about it, I think we need that. Hold on. What do we do here? I picked a number. I'm trying to imagine this in my head before I started making random code and realizing this is not how I want it to work. So it's basically a timer. So we're initializing a timer, essentially. Not an actual timer with an end, because the actual end condition is when your sanity drops to 0. All we need is to... Oh god, this is going to create a loop, and that's not good. So we're gonna need like timer by function name. We'll do... Oh, no. Let's not do it by function. Wasn't there a problem with this? Right. If you change the function name, it breaks that. Timer by event. We'll do it by event. Start looping every second. No delay to start. Actually, initial delay 1 second. Okay. And then later we'll add in like the fade in so that you don't immediately see the level and everything's still loading in. We'll add a fade, so then we'll change this delay and all that. Custom event. Decrease sanity. Hold on. Sanity. Yeah. We'll just call it decrease sanity. Oops. Okay, and then connect that. We need to make our handle sanity, decrease sanity. Okay. So every second we are taking the player. I think there's already a function for this. Or, yeah. Sanity. Adjust sanity value. Yeah. Adjust sanity value. And then this value is going to be different. Add health? No, we're subtracting health. Let's go ahead. I think we already have something for the level, right? No, I think so. The difficulty level. Level type. No. Oh, do I have this twice now? Oh, no, never mind. I might have... This definitely is duplicate. There shouldn't be two of those. I don't know why. Anyways, apparently we don't have... Yeah, we don't have anything for difficulty. So we need an enum, which is under here. E_difficulty setting. So we have 3 of them. Dusk, midnight, and witching hour. Okay, so we need something to keep track of this. So we're gonna put this on our instance, I think, because our instance is always running. No matter what level we're in, no matter how many loading screens we go through, our game instance will always be active at all times. So where is our game instance? It might be in here. What is it called? Vessels game instance. So that means I made it. Because I would not have put vessels in the title there. Save system? Yeah. So at some point, we will have to set like difficulty settings, which we're gonna do now. Setting, and then in the menu when we select our level, we'll actually have to change it in the instance. So for now, it's just going to be dusk. I'm going to leave it as dusk. So it's gonna, yeah, do the same. Oh god, this is, yeah, that takes me back. Some code I ripped from one of the games I made with the previous company I worked with, but it's code I made, so who cares? It's my code. Yeah, this was the save system I created. So you can new game, save game, load game, delete game, etc. We're not really loading or saving right now because we just haven't gotten to that point yet, but we have tested this. It does work. I think we do need to throw in the difficulty setting into the save data. Oh, right. Our save data currently is basically non-existent. It's just there for shits and giggles. Yeah, it's... Yep, right there. Save game. Yep, all it has is equipment slots, which are obsolete. So let's delete those. We don't need those. Oh, we need at least one variable. So this is a difficulty setting. We're not actually going to change it and add it to the player, so we're not going to make the player load and save this. Oh, right. Refresh. Goodbye. We need to actually have it on the player. Player variable. Difficulty setting. I hope I'm spelling that right. Oh boy. Okay. That'll eventually get complicated once we add more things to save and load. But for now, on the player, it's just going to be dusk. So, yeah, before we set the variables over here, we would load or save or whatever. We would load our save data, which will give us our difficulty setting. Then we do this, get to here. So we do need our difficulty setting here as well. Difficulty. So the word is starting to make no sense now that I'm saying it and spelling so much. Difficulty setting. Yeah. Calm down. Calm down. Okay. Connect that. Getting lag here. Is my game hacked? Speaking of lag, well, if you watched yesterday's stream, we had a bug very reminiscent of the old DayZ days where massive lag spike would trigger some insane bugs, usually physicsy bugs. But we had a really strange bug when I was playing Prologue, go way back, which is an early access, of course. I rewatched the footage and I still can't believe what I saw. It was insane. Like how that bug could even be a thing. And there I was, literally flying like uncontrollably. I couldn't even move without it doing something weird. It was just bouncing around my character, and then all of a sudden I was flying. I sent that to Zachnafane, and he sent it over to the developers of the game, and they apparently are aware of it. They know that it's around, and they have already fixed it. It'll probably be coming in the patch soon. But that was one of the craziest bugs I've ever seen in a game. I don't even know what could have caused that, but I had some ideas. It could have been related to the glider that they just added into the game, where like your character for some reason thought it was gliding, but I don't know why it would trigger all of a sudden. But good thing that the devs know about it and they've already fixed it. Okay, so we've plugged in our sanity or difficulty setting, and then we're gonna get our difficulty setting, and then we're gonna get that switch. And then we're going to do a different one per setting. For now, we only have dusk, so we only have dusk to worry about. So dusk sanity value, which is going to be 1. And then we'll eventually do midnight, which will probably be 2, maybe 3. And then we'll do witching hour, which will be maybe 4 or 5. I'm thinking there's definitely going to be some scaling for sure. Okay. So, custom event, stop timer, sanity timer. So we need something to actually stop the timer. Clear, and then validate. And that's literally it. So then when we get to 0 sanity, let's actually go in there, adjust sanity value, add health. We are not adding health, so we are going here. Okay, so if our health ever reaches 0, is less than or equal to, just to be safe, current sanity value. If it's ever less than or equal to 0, it should never be less than 0, but just in case. First off, set it to 0, just to make sure it never actually goes below 0. We don't want it to read -1 out of 1,000. That's just to, well, actually, it should be already clamping. Yeah, it's already clamping it, but that's fine. We'll just leave it as is. 0. Okay. And then we're going to take our handler, stop timer. And that'll stop the timer. And then just for now, print player sanity value has dropped to 0. And then we're going to make that red. And stay on screen for a little bit. Okay. We're also going to do a couple other things. We're going to have to find the pieces of code we need for this, because it's all over the place, which is not good. There's definitely some things that I regret about the early development of this game, and that is not making sure that my reusable pieces of code are nice and neatly stored somewhere. They're all in their own functions, but damn, I really did not do a great job of like making this more streamlined so that I know what's happening. Like, I did add notes. I thought I was doing a good job of adding notes and organizing things, but I don't even know what half of this shit does anymore. It's just like, it's been so long, I don't know what I'm looking at. All I know is that this is where I'm interacting with items or containers. This is my code that triggers when I overlap shit with my collision capsule. That's about it. Everything else, I don't know. I'd have to follow the code as it fires in here. Okay, so when we enter menu, we want to toggle disable player. There we go. So that's what we need. See what I mean? It's in here somewhere. I just don't know where it is, what it does. Why is it not copying it? So this will disable player. True. Disable movement. Stop movement immediately. I don't know if that stops my camera rotation. So let's see. So sanity handler. For testing purposes, we're going to make it 250 per second. So it'll be a 4-second test. 750, 500, 250, 0. I cannot move. My camera won't rotate. That's exactly what we need. Then there'll be a fade, and then the level will load. The game will load us into the main menu. There we go. Or the hub level. Okay. So sanity has been implemented. Incredible. The sanity timer, essentially. I just need to adjust some things that we had in here previously for the old version of sanity. Like sanity recovery. You know what? Let's do that real quick. Real quick. We got some time. I think we can leave it as is, but we gotta lay the code. We just need to adjust a value or two. So let me add in spawner, special, and then we need the data table because I do not remember the name. Sanity, biscuit sanity recovery. Okay, so it helps recover 5 a second. Okay. So then maybe it'll be fine. So let's make this drop 3 at a time. I will never be able to spell biscuit the correct way the first time. I always spell it with IU or UI for some reason. BIU or BUS. I don't know why. Sanity recovery. It's got to be the exact name. Biscuit sanity recovery. Okay. There's my biscuit. There it is. As you can see, we're losing 3 per tick. We're going to consume that. You can see that every few seconds. Okay, so I think I set it up at not every second for the recovery. Let's change that now to every second. It's going to be somewhere in here in the player effects. Sanity recovery. Yeah, it's the, we'll change this to, well, I don't think we need a variable. Every second. No delay on that either. Instead of every 3 seconds. It does look kind of weird. It's like bouncing almost. Right, the timers are not aligned. That makes sense. But there we go. We're basically maxed out. I'll have to implement something to align up the timers. At least the effect from each of the timers. The sanity timer and the recovery timer. And then eventually there's the recovery has worn off. So yeah, the sanity is dropping, and then half a second later, the recovery is also taking effect. Okay, I'll have to somehow figure out how to line those up. There should be a way. It shouldn't be too difficult. Because we'll have multiple sources of sanity dropping, sanity recovery. Yeah. We'll have to figure something out, for sure. I remember something that I needed to add. So one of the things we're gonna be doing here for recovering sanity, other than the biscuit to recover your sanity, is also a stomach threshold, I guess. And I'll explain what it is. So there's going to be food, like snack foods, that you'll be able to find and maybe even bring from previous ventures or buy. You can, I might even add food that you can buy and bring with you. That increases your sanity a good chunk, like maybe anywhere from like 5 to 10 for the snack foods. Maybe like the better foods, like the stuff that you buy. Maybe like full-blown meals. Well, maybe we may even add that, like, eventually. Those will increase your sanity, but we don't have traditional health here. So that's gonna increase your sanity a little bit, or a decent chunk. But we need some way to prevent people from just buying a bunch of food and then just spamming it and eating it. So basically, how much food your player can eat. Essentially, that's all it is. So like, say you chow down on 3 snack foods, you're now full, you can't eat anymore, and the fullness meter will probably go down very slow. I think that'll be something we'll need so that people can't just spam, like find all the food in the level and just spam it so that they recover all their sanity. I mean, these sanity values at the moment are pretty small. It's like, I think it's only like 5 to 10. You can look at them. Like we have 3 food items at the moment. I'm gonna add more. I think we're gonna add some better ones. So 3, 5, and 10. We've gotta definitely add a couple more. Maybe some higher end ones like 25, 50, something like that. But these are foods that are appropriate for this level because it's an old village. These food assets are actually from this asset pack too, so it already fits stylistically. It'd be weird to find food here. That's what I'm thinking. So maybe there could be like canned goods. I'll have to find some canned goods that maybe we can put in here as well that fit in. There's probably some in the old West pack. There might even be some in this that I haven't been using. I don't know. Okay. We've got sanity in the game. And we finally figured out what we want to use it for. And I'm happy about that, actually. That's something that's been bothering me for a while. Is the question, has the question been answered? Is this game fun? Is there going to be enough engagement here with the mechanics? Is there going to be enough tension to want to, progress through the story? Since there's no combat, there are no enemies, there are no true obstacles. Well, there are some obstacles, like there's going to be like doors that are locked, obviously. There's going to be puzzles to solve. I've been afraid that the game just won't be fun or engaging enough. And so I need to make sure that the story is well written and the characters are engaging enough. The mechanics are polished. They are fun. That's one thing that I'm also concerned about, is the mechanics that I've chosen. Are they fun enough? Because we don't have equipment slots anymore, but we have the consumable slots. So you can have some consumables on the ready. A lot of the core mechanics have been pushed out of early access launch because of time constraints. So those will come eventually. So I think maybe if we can get the game to be like a 6 out of 10 and then share the roadmap and people are excited for it, I think we have a solid game here. But I want to aim for higher than that. I don't want a 6 out of 10. I want at least an 8 out of 10. I think that would be the thing that I need to prove that I can do this. The whole reason why I'm making this is so that I can prove I can make a game. I've never made a game by myself from scratch. And Vessels will be my baby. It'll be my Stardew. I'm not going to compare it to Stardew though, but like Concerned Ape's baby, their game that they love and cherish probably forever is Stardew because it's his first game. This will be my Stardew. This will be my baby. And I have plans in my head for where we can take this story-wise. How big the game gets. How many levels. How far out in the world we explore. Because we're kind of sticking to Europe for probably the first few levels. But I would love to go to other locations in the world. There's going to be a travel mechanic added to this at some point. Where you travel between your home base and the location you go to. If we do international locations, you'll have flight expenses to deal with. And then I have we're dealing with contraband here, technically. Vessels are illegal, so you'll need a way to transport that. So there'll be special items for you to use to travel internationally and bring vessels with you, well, without them being detected. Alright, I think that's it for the stream, though. We did a good dent in this list. Sanity is done. It has been set up. We did the pre-play spawn points. We fixed a couple of nasty bugs. Yeah. I'm very happy. We're getting there. Look at this. This list is like almost halfway done. And we have until July to get this. Honestly, the sooner the better. Maybe we can add a little bit more content to this before early access launch. Like we can, what's the first roadmap update? Where's my roadmap? Oh, it's not in the tech doc. It's in the design doc. Let me change this to roadmap. Roadmap releases. Early access 1. Or update 1. It's the home update. You get your hub level, your apartment basically, where you can walk around. You can look at your storage container with all the stuff that you're saving. Location selection, which for now is just going to be, the tutorial level and the village dusk difficulty. Spiritual cleansing, the basic version. Basic market for buying and selling, and kit upgrades, which I think I need to change, because what is the kit? Let's look for that in here. Kit. Kit upgrades affect inventory size max. Oh, we were going to do inventory size. Okay, so then we'll have to implement carry weight with the home update. Because we're not going to be able to do that. Because I don't know how we're going to do that. Everything has a weight already. There's a weight value. It should be rather simple, but we'll save the inventory size max to the home update. So we're not doing inventory size. We're doing inventory weight. Should change that. I don't want to deal with size. I don't want to do a grid style system like in DayZ or Prologue. I'd rather do weight, like the Long Dark. It just makes more sense. And is probably easier to implement. Equipment belt slots. We don't have those anymore. Okay. Oh yeah, and there'll be a workbench in your hub level. Okay. So that's like the first update that'll have like some form of upgrades for the player. Okay. Yeah, maybe that might be doable. For if we can get this done before July, then we can probably start working on the home update right away and just add that to the game. We can just skip that as a post early access update. Hello, Francois. How are you doing? Thank you for joining. We are ending the stream right now, by the way. Sorry. But yeah, looking at this final milestone checklist, we're making for very good time here. We will also need to fix bugs. There's a bug list. I'm really happy with the progress. And we're only in February. We started this in January, technically. In early January. Well, technically late January. But I started doing this on my, like, before the streams. I started doing the streams again. Sometime like mid-January, something like that. Yeah, in a month, we've done quite a bit off of this list. This is just the remaining things we need to do compared to all the other things we did in previous milestones. That was the previous early access checklist. And then we have all the other milestones we did. We've come a long way. We are so close. Like, we are probably in the 90%. Well, it's weird because, like, I feel like the first 90% of the game is like the equivalent of the final 10% of the game. It's so strange how it feels. And then the final 1% of the game is the equivalent of the previous 9%. It's like it scales weirdly. Like, right now I feel like I'm 90% of the way there, but the final 10% is like the biggest part, the biggest headache, essentially. But we're so close. Okay, let's close this. And I gotta make a push because there's 11 changes. Not that bad. The village is one. The rest are gonna be up here. Nope, further up. 7, 8 for the village. The rest are gonna be up here in Fab, I think. Which the ones in Fab we don't change. We do change that one, so it's 7, 8, 9. We passed it. Oh god. Is it not under Fab? Oh, I think it was in Wild West. Old West, right? No. Fuck, let's just go to the top. Let's go to the top. I need to find these other assets that I changed. Oh, here's one. So, 10. So we need to find 2 more assets. Could have sworn they were in Fab. I need to figure out how to update my git ignore. I needed to ignore everything outside of my main folders. Because we are not actually saving everything, technically. There's player. Oh shit, it's not in Fab. Now I gotta scroll through the whole thing and find them. Halfway there. This is very appropriate music for this. Okay, those are my actual files. I think it's an Old West then. Oh. Oh, it's in Village. Oh, yeah, we made that. So we need to find one more. Hello? Oh. 7, Villages 8, player character 9. Nope, we're good. That was it. Stream 33. Alright, that's it for the stream. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. I appreciate it. Make sure you leave a like on the live stream, especially if you want me to do more of these more often. We could do them more often. We could do them or once a week instead of once every other week. We did them once a week previously. Yeah, and subscribe and hit the notification bell if you haven't already. Tomorrow we're streaming The Long Dark. We're doing what's it called? The Great Bear Challenge. We're going back to that. We're probably gonna do that for the next few The Long Dark streams. And we'll do another one of these in 2 weeks. Alright, bye everyone. Have a good night. Thank you for joining. Bye.